This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through your 2020 Forest River Salem Cruise Lite model 17 RKXL. Alright, I'm here on the door side of the trailer, walking towards the rear. Okay, you've got a power awning with a LED strip for light. Down here, you have your stabilizer jacks. They're crank down scissor type jacks. You can use a crank on them, or this one comes with a, I believe, a drill attachment to use your electric drill, which is the best way to do it. So you'll just crank these up and down. There's one in each corner to take the wiggle out of the trailer. You don't lift the trailer just to stabilize it. Now this product comes with a strong arm, which is generally an aftermarket thing on most trailers, but this one, it comes with it, which is a great thing. So this takes the forward and rear movement out of it. What you have to remember is that this T-handle has to be loose when you're bringing this up and down. You're only going to tighten it when this stabilizer is down and you've got it set how you want. Then you'll tighten that T-handle and it'll stabilize it and take the shake out. You do that on all four, but to bring it back up you want to loosen it, because otherwise you'll have a really difficult time cranking it up and down. Alright? Okay, so your water heater. This water heater works on gas. The switch to operate it is inside. I just want to show you that you drain it right here. If you can see that in the sun here. That's a 1 inch and 1/16 socket to pull that out of there. Always let the pressure out right here before you take that out, so it doesn't come shoot out of there like a cannonball. Other than that, you just pull it out and let it drain. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this is the vent for your range hood fan. So normally you're just going to keep the baffle in here just shut, right? But if you need to run the range hood fan, you're just going to open it up like this so it flaps freely. But when you're not using it, you're just going to shut it like that. Okay, it keeps bugs out and it won't get damaged when you're pulling it down the road, flapping in the wind, and so on. Outside speakers, you've got power out here. Plus this is one of two ways to get water to your trailer. Normally you're just going to use city water, which is 9 times out of 10. The campground's going to have regular city water. You just hook up the hose and you're ready to go. I'll show you that port on the other side. But on this side they have a fill to fill your onboard fresh water tank. The reason you would want to use that, some state parks don't have plumbing on the campsite. Some forests and just camping in general, you don't always have plumbing. So you can fill this tank and then use the 12-volt pump inside to operate all your water, your toilet, your shower, sinks, everything. So you would only use this if you don't have city water. Right, your steps fold out of the trailer and into the trailer. On uneven terrain, you can adjust the legs. You can see right here is a pin you take out and you can move the holes up and down to the right length. All right, let me see what we got in here. All right, so this is your pass-through storage, which gives you a lot of storage room. This is the drill attachment for the stabilizers. This little crank here is for the power tongue jack in case it fails. You can crank it out manually. I'll show you that in a minute. And this has to do with operating your power awning in an emergency. You're going to have to read the directions or watch the video if that time comes to get yourself through it, but you can get home if your awning is stuck in the out position. It doesn't hardly ever happen, but it is a mechanical thing, so you know they do break occasionally. So if it does ever happen, you can get yourself out of trouble. This crank here, like I said, is for the power tongue jack. So you would just pull this cap off. Let me back up so you can see it here. There we go. You pull this cap off, put the crank right on there, and crank it manually if you have to. Okay. Let me take the shroud off your tanks here so you can see. Okay. So you have two 20-pound tanks, a deep cycle marine battery, and this is the kill switch for your battery. So you can turn the battery on and off when you put it into storage. Otherwise, if you're not in storage, you're going to leave this on because your tow vehicle will charge the battery, and when you're plugged in, your power converter will charge the battery. But when you put it into storage, you can just shut it off so you can save some energy in your battery. You'll at least have some left in it. This is an automatic changeover LP regulator, so it's just going to draw one tank down. When it's empty, it'll switch to the other one. You'll be able to hear which one it's drawing from, so once it switches to the other tank, you just take that one out and get it filled, okay? All right. Good. Let me walk back over here for a second just in case I missed something. Yeah, I did. All this is a plug in case you wanted to add a solar panel to charge your battery. So you'd have to purchase one, and it would have to have this one's a Furrion, so it has that type of plug. But it would plug in there, and all it does is charges your battery. That's all. You can't run the trailer with it or anything like that. It's just a way to charge your battery. All right, the other side of your pass-through storage. This is your slide room is out. If you notice the 2 tracks on each side of the slide out, that means this is a Schwintek style slide. It's owned by Lippert now, but it's referred to as a Schwintek. It's very reliable, good product. Your power cord is 25 feet long and 30 amp. We do give you a reducer to reduce that down to a 15 amp so you can plug it in at home. But keep in mind, your air conditioner draws more than 15 amps, so it'll eventually, if you run your air conditioner at home plugged into 15 amps, you'll eventually pop a circuit breaker. Everything else in the trailer you can run no problem, but you will eventually pop a circuit breaker. This is where you dump your trailer right here. So you have your black tank valve here. Black tank is toilet and shower, or excuse me, toilet water and waste. Your gray tank is sink and shower water. You'll hook your hose up to here. You're going to pull the black first. Then you're going to pull the gray, because the gray water is cleaner than the black water. Then you'll come up here and hook your hose up from the dump station right here. And you put your hose on there, turn on, it'll spray the inside of your black tank. Just make sure you have the black valve open when you're doing that. That's where you hook up your city water. We discussed that on the other side. That's what you're going to use 9 times out of 10. These are low point drains. That has to do with winterizing your trailer. Cable and satellite through to the entertainment area. It's pre-wired for a backup camera. That's what that housing is up there. So if you want to get a backup camera, it has to be a Furrion camera that fits into that housing. And there's also a plug in the back that it plugs in. We sell them here. If you're interested, you can talk to our parts people. But no matter where you get it from, you have to get the one that fits in there, so keep that in mind. Also, you have to inspect your roof 3 times a year minimum. So in the spring and in the fall, you're going to go up on the roof, and once in the middle of the summer, you'll go up there and you'll inspect all the sealant on the roof and make sure that everything's good and tight. There's no cracks or separation starting, and it's something that has to be done. So make sure you do that, okay? We're going to go inside now. Okay, so now we're inside your trailer. This is the control panel. You're not winterized anymore, you're de-winterized, so we'll remove that sticker for you. You're in camping mode. Keep in mind, this trailer has to be winterized in the fall, and the main rule of thumb is you can't get antifreeze into the water heater tank, so they give you bypass valves on the back. So you'll have to learn and educate yourself about that a bit. If you don't already know, you may know all this. But it has to be winterized, and you got to bypass the water heater before you do that, because if you get the antifreeze in the water heater, it's going to leave a really foul taste and smell that'll never go away. So you definitely have to do that. So anyway, your slide room is here. There we go. I'm pushing buttons left and right here. So let me spin around here so I'm in a better position. I'm not going to bring it all the way in. I'm just going to show you how it comes in this way. Obviously it goes back out like so. Make sure you keep it all the way in or all the way out, or the seals won't seal properly, and it'll not seal correctly. Okay. I lost my train of thought there. We got people showing up here. Okay, so this is for your power awning. You're just going to bring that in and out. Make sure your door is sticking out on a 90 degrees from the trailer. Okay, let's see what else we have here. You're going to roll the awning out till you're, basically you roll it out till you can see the awning tube. So let me just take it all the way out for you here. When I go through all that. Here we go. I should have just did that from the beginning, so here we go. So it goes out 8 feet. Right like that. So that's all the way out. Okay. Now the knob you see down there on that arm, you can pull this awning down and tighten that knob, and it will put it in a pitched position, so you could make the water run off that way, for example. So you can pitch it with that knob. Just make sure you loosen it up before you bring it in. Okay. You light the water heater right here. Always make sure there's water in the tank before you light it. Your water pump that I told you about is right here. You can check your levels here, your battery. Your fresh water is empty. You can see it graduates up in 1/3 increments as it fills. Your black tank is empty. It'll graduate up. Your gray tank is empty. Once you get past 2/3 on your black and gray tank, you're going to have to think about dumping it, obviously. Okay. You have a TV backer here for you to hang a TV. This is your radio here. It's obviously it's a radio, but you can also hook up wirelessly with Bluetooth and play MP3s off your phone or your tablet. You can stream off this USB stick here. So you're just going to, you can put all your favorite albums on a USB stick and take them with you. This is an HDMI in. So you could go into the system with a Blu-ray player that you could set here, or a game machine that plays discs, Blu-ray discs also, whatever you want to do. So it has everything you need for camping anyway. This right here, this connected, pre-wired for Wi-Fi, it's just telling you that this is pre-wired for a signal booster for your Wi-Fi. There's also a plate on the roof where an antenna would go, and a router would go here. So you can increase the bandwidth, get a better signal in public Wi-Fi with it. So if you're interested, you can talk to our people in Parts, or you can go to kingconnect.com and learn about it. This right here is where you hook your TV up to. The green light means is for the signal booster for the digital antenna. It should always be on like that. All right, your fireplace now. Because we're not plugged. Oh, that's right. We don't have the AC power on. So basically, it has a remote, and you'll be able to set the flame intensity. It's just visually, obviously, and you can set the temperature on it and fan speed, that sort of thing. So it runs on 110 AC, so you won't be using up any of your propane. So unless it's really cold outside, you can use this and get away with it, and not have to use your propane. You can save that for cooking and grilling, or heating on a really, really cold night. Okay. Alrighty. The range top, you just spark it to light it. I don't know if the tanks are on right now, but we'll just see here. Yes, they are. So you can see I just turn it to on, crank this clockwise to the right to spark it, like so, and that's it. For the oven, you have to light it with a lighter. You can see back there's a pilot light. So you're just going to go to pilot with your oven knob here. You're going to depress it and hold it. You light the pilot light with a grill lighter, because it's got a long neck on it. When the pilot light lights, you still hold this in for another 10 seconds. Then you go to whatever temperature you choose, and it'll cycle like a regular oven. But when you go back to off, the flame obviously goes off, but so does the pilot light. So you got to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. This is your power converter. So this device converts AC to DC power. So you can see you've got regular 110 AC circuit breakers, just like at home, and they're all labeled. Some things have to run on AC power, like the air conditioner or the microwave, those sort of things. You also, or I should say, after that, it's converted to 12-volt DC, and you see you got automotive fuses there, and you see they're labeled. If they ever blow, you can actually see them glowing through this this plastic here. All right. It's also a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery has, and if it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs. If it's charged, it'll just trickle a couple, whatever it needs. All right. All your winterizing, your water pump and things are going to be behind panels here. You need a number 2 square-headed drill bit to get them off, just so you know. This is a 12-volt compressor refrigerator. They're starting to use these a lot now in the trailers because they're so much deeper than a gas absorption. You can see that goes back really far compared to a typical refrigerator for a camper trailer. You got a vent in your bathroom. Sink and shower work like any other trailer or at home for that matter. Just turn it on, you're ready to go. This GFCI, all the plugs in the trailer are wired through it, so even the one on the outside, if you're using a coffee pot outside and it pops, you're going to reset it here. And the toilet, the only thing you have to remember is you can't use it dry and without chemicals. So you flush it by stepping on the pedal there. So when you get to the campground, you can hook up your water and your power. Then you come in here and you put your chemical in there, 1 dose of whatever chemical you choose to use. Then you'll step on it to flush it. Water will come swirling out. You put about 1 gallon or 2 into the tank. There's no way to tell that by the monitor panel. You just have to get used to doing it. It's going to take me so long. Just hold your foot on it till it gets about 1 gallon or 2 in there. The bottom line is you can't use it dry, so you always have to start off with chemical and some water. Also, when you flush it, it'll only fill up to here with water, so if you want to add water before you use it, you just step on the pedal. Let me see if I can get a picture. There's a spot there that'll turn on the valve, but not open the trap, and you can fill it up as high as you want before you use it. You have to do that each time before you use it, okay? Of course, you can remove your table and store it, right? Just get it out of your way. That jackknife's flat into a bed type deal. This Murphy bed, you jackknife this flat. I'm sure you know this part, but I'll just generally tell you. You're going to jackknife this flat, move the cushions, then you're just going to unhitch it here and let it down. That's all there is to it. It will latch into place using this latch down here. So when you bring it up, you're just going to pull out on the latch. That's just on there so you can't move. If you moved all the way to the back, it's not going to fold you up into it. So it's that simple. So all you're going to do is go like so. Okay. And like so. Okay. That about covers it. You have a carbon monoxide and LP gas detector here. Should always be green like that. It'll detect gas leak or LP gas leak or a carbon monoxide buildup. If it goes off, you're going to get everybody out of the trailer, shut off the gas at the front and figure out what's going on. Alright. And there you have it. So I'm going to look around to see what I've forgotten. The thermostat is very simple. You just hit it once to light it up and then you scroll through. Try to always run it on auto, but you got heat. Then you got fan, which is the air conditioner running without the compressor. Then you got cool, so you go like to high auto. That's great. And then back to heat and then off. There's a delay time for everything, a lag time. So when you turn on the air conditioner, it's going to take some seconds before anything happens. So just be patient with it, because originally when they first started shipping them, I thought there was something wrong with it because nothing would turn on, but I was just going through it too fast. So you just wait a minute and it'll kick on, and it does the same lag thing turning off. Okay? Range hood fan. Light. Okay. Alright, so I think we've got it then. So, you can always look at manufacturers' videos to educate yourself. You can call us and we'll help you with anything we can. Every appliance in here has its own manual, and you can find tons of information online about everything. So I want to thank you for purchasing from National RV, and we'll do everything we can to help you out. Thank you.